Former chairman Vince McMahon gave the final go-ahead for virtually everything on WWE television for the past few decades. Fans wouldn't know that now, considering how much he has been pushed away following the controversy, but a Hall of Famer said that it was McMahon who informed him that he would be joining a legendary faction with The Rock. The legend and Hall of Famer is none other than Mark Henry. On Busted Open Radio on May 27th, he revealed that his deal with AEW was expiring the next day and that he wouldn't be renewing it. In an exclusive interview with Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, interview currently on Fightful Select, Mark Henry discussed his run with the Nation of Domination, a faction that truly gave The Rock his breakthrough moment in 1997. Mark Henry revealed that Vince McMahon was the first person to inform him that he was joining the faction, and Ron Simmons and The Rock informed him after that. Henry was actually under the impression that it would be a one-off appearance. Vince McMahon is reportedly no longer allowed in the WWE HQ as mentioned above. Considering how the last 2 years have played out, it's almost hard to believe that McMahon had a legacy of 4 decades as the most important man in the business. Now, following all the controversy and the Janelle Grant lawsuit, WWE under TKO seems to want nothing to do with him. Speaking to Conrad Thompson on the Insiders podcast, former WWE employee Tommy Carlucci revealed that Vince McMahon isn't even allowed in the WWE headquarters, including the gym that was specifically designed for him. He, Vince McMahon, can't even walk in the building. That's crazy that you drive by that building, and you got that big championship belt. He always wanted us from day one because we were in 2 different buildings. We had the corporate office on Exit 9, and then we were right down the street from the corporate office. Our big production studio. He always wanted us under one roof. That was his dream, to have us under one roof. The dream came, and he's not even a part of it anymore, he said. Tommy Carlucci seemed more shocked at the fact that the headquarters being under one roof was McMahon's idea, and he was shocked to see the way his legacy has been treated and brushed to the side by TKO. In the late 1990s, the WWE was an electrifying stage where legends were born and iconic factions were forged. Among the most notable factions of that era was The Rock's Charismatic and Powerhouse Ensemble, a group that redefined the dynamics of wrestling stables. This is the untold story of how Vince McMahon, the visionary mogul behind the WWE, personally informed a soon-to-be Hall of Famer that he would be joining this illustrious faction, a moment that would alter the course of wrestling history. ####. The background. The WWE Attitude Era was a period of intense competition, larger-than-life personas, and gripping storylines. The Rock, with his electrifying charisma and unmatched promo skills, stood at the forefront of this revolution. His faction, a blend of brute strength and tactical genius, was both feared and revered. It was into this crucible that Vince McMahon decided to introduce a new member, someone who could add a fresh dynamic to the already formidable group. ###. The call from the boss. The WWE Hall of Famer in question had been making waves on the independent circuit, showcasing a mix of athletic prowess and crowd-pleasing antics. Word of his exploits reached Vince McMahon, who was always on the lookout for the next big thing to shake up the WWE universe. Vince saw in this wrestler not just potential, but a perfect fit for the Rock's faction, a group that was always looking to evolve and stay ahead of the competition. One crisp evening, after a grueling day of meetings and show planning, Vince made the call. The Hall of Famer, unaware of the life-changing conversation that awaited, answered the phone with a mix of excitement and trepidation. "Hello, this is Vince McMahon," the familiar authoritative voice began. "I've been watching you. Your work ethic, your charisma, it's impressive." A moment of stunned silence followed. "Mr. McMahon, this is an honor. I don't know what to say." "You don't need to say anything right now. I want you to listen. How would you like to join the Rock's faction? I believe you have what it takes to elevate the group and yourself to new heights." The words hit like a thunderbolt. Joining the Rock's faction was not just an opportunity, it was a ticket to wrestling immortality. The Hall of Famer knew that this was a chance to learn from one of the best and to showcase his talents on the grandest stage of them all. The journey begins. After the phone call, the new recruit felt a rush of emotions, excitement, nervousness, and an overwhelming sense of responsibility. The following weeks were a whirlwind of preparations. He was flown to WWE headquarters, where he met with creative teams, trainers, and most importantly, The Rock himself. The first meeting with The Rock was a memorable one. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, with his signature eyebrow raise and a welcoming smile, extended his hand. "Welcome to the family, brother. Let's make some magic together." The camaraderie and respect were immediate. The Rock, known for his dedication and work ethic, took the new member under his wing. They trained together, discussed storylines, and even traveled together. The Rock shared insights on how to connect with the audience, how to cut a promo that would leave the crowd in awe, and how to carry oneself both inside and outside the ring. The debut. The night of the debut was charged with anticipation. The WWE Universe had been buzzing with rumors about a new addition to The Rock's faction. The arena was packed, and the atmosphere was electric. Vince McMahon, ever the showman, made sure the introduction would be unforgettable. As The Rock and his faction stood in the ring, basking in the adulation of the fans, Vince McMahon's music hit. The crowd erupted in a mixture of cheers and boos, knowing that something big was about to happen. "Ladies and gentlemen," Vince began, his voice booming through the arena, "I have a special announcement. Tonight, we add a new member to The Rock's faction. Someone who embodies the spirit of WWE and the Attitude Era. Give it up for." The lights dimmed, and dramatic music filled the arena. The new member's name flashed across the Titantron, and the crowd went wild. He walked out, feeling the full weight of the moment, yet exhilarated by the roar of the fans. Joining The Rock in the ring, he shook hands with Vince McMahon and exchanged a nod with The Rock. The moment was sealed with a collective cheer from the crowd, signaling the start of a new chapter in WWE history. The impact. The addition of the new member revitalized The Rock's faction. Storylines became more intense, matches more thrilling, and the ratings soared. The chemistry within the group was palpable, and each member brought their unique strengths to the table, creating a dynamic that was both entertaining and formidable. The Hall of Famer's journey within the faction was marked by iconic matches and unforgettable promos. He developed his persona further, leveraging the guidance and support of his teammates. The faction's influence extended beyond the ring, becoming a cultural phenomenon that resonated with fans around the world. Legacy. Years later, as the Hall of Famer reflected on his storied career, he often cited that phone call from Vince McMahon as the turning point. The opportunity to join The Rock's faction had not only elevated his career, but had also allowed him to forge lifelong friendships and leave an indelible mark on the wrestling industry. Being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame was the culmination of years of hard work, passion, and unforgettable moments. During his induction speech, he recounted the story of that fateful evening, paying tribute to Vince McMahon for his vision, The Rock for his mentorship, and the fans for their unwavering support. The story of how Vince McMahon informed a future Hall of Famer about joining The Rock's faction is a testament to the power of opportunity, the importance of mentorship, and the magic that happens when passion meets destiny. It's a story that continues to inspire, reminding us that in the world of WWE, anything is possible, and greatness is just a phone call away.